Hey everybody, welcome to Friendsim. And yeah, we're gonna go bug Zebra now.
Yeah, we're gonna go listen to Zebrahead.
Zebrahead.
Yeah, they sung that one Sonic song.
They've sung like lots of other cool songs too, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Zebrakadach.
I like his bow tie.
Yeah.
Does he get bigger whenever I hover over the the tie?
A little bit. I mean, it's kind of. It's implied that he's kind of turned more, leaning towards you a little bit. But yeah, it's just slightly inconsistent, I think.
Anyway.
So, since I'm him, you must narrate.
Oh, right. Your stroll seemed... Okay, don't fuck up this time. Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have a larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs.
Oh, hello there!
I kind of like his music. It's pleasant. Okay. What?
I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such a unique looks.
Okay.
You don't know where are you?
Just look at his face.
Yeah, I should really do that before I start reading. You don't know where you are, do you?
That's a different voice, isn't it?
It is. I'm sorry.
Is your quirk just you... Because you had hearts and now, but then you...
He's got a playing card quirk. Maybe.
Dang it. It keeps not letting me go back how I... Like, I'll scroll backwards and then it won't let me go forwards again. Anyway. By this point in your time in Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try to convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and
Naivete.
naivete? That sure would be a fantastic look.
It's a good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of lowbloods as I am.
Yeah, he has like a quadrant quirk or something.
God, it's like I'm very tempted just to go back into the smarmy, the lawyer guy voice. I don't remember his name.
Tiger?
Yeah, just because
No.
He looks like an asshole right here.
Okay, yeah, but Tigra is no. You can't give Zebra Tigra's voice.
Okay, I won't. I promise
Thank
I won't.
you.
No problem.
Anyway, just
okay. Because just right here, I feel like I should have said that much more sarcastically.
Well, I don't.
Just based on
I
his
don't think
expression.
so.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, something that I didn't mention before.
Yeah.
Is I have a feeling either main character and Zebra are gonna get along really well or not very well at all, because I feel like main character acts a lot like how the fandom was assuming Zebra is gonna act.
Huh.
And I was over there being like, Zebra, you got your chance to not be an irredeemable piece of garbage, and if you are, I'm gonna fucking die. No, dude, I made like this post. I got a lot of attention because I was like, no, Zebra's a nice guy, and they're like, he's a nice guy TM, and I'm like, what does that mean? And they're like, he's a person who acts like a nice person because he's a scumbag, and I'm like, what? Anyway, so I was humiliated and stuff, and point is, don't be irredeemable. I want you to fucking give me a leg to stand on here, man. What am I talking about? God. Anyway.
Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're not much to look at. My bad.
Are you dipping into the Tigra voice?
No.
I will end you if you dip into the Tigra's voice.
I wasn't trying to, actually.
You did like a gravelly thing, and you weren't doing that with him.
Like, no, I was trying to change it because I don't really have anything for this guy yet, and I didn't like what I was doing. I'll go back to that if you want, but like, I was actually, it's been a long time since I did it, but I was trying to go for the abridged Seto Kaiba voice.
What?
Yeah.
Kaiba?
Yeah.
For Zebra?
I don't Dude, I have no context here beyond what...
I don't know, make him sound nice, because I think he would... Either make him sound nice or like a total sleazebag, one or the other.
I'm Seto Kaiba, the nicest guy on the planet. That's not the voice.
That's too aggressive for this guy.
Fine, whatever, I'll go back to just being chipper.
Okay. Oh, hi there! Don't do that!
I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is?
You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about this role that blood color plays in this world. You've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do?
Lie and say you have a high blood color. Tell the truth.
Truth?
I guess so. He's nice to low bloods, right? That's his thing.
Yeah. He's kind of weirding me out a little bit, though. He startled me with the... I was just now being like, don't be a jerk! And then he startled me, and I'm thrown off, man.
Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red.
Isn't that like the most common blood color on Alternia? Like rust color is?
I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. Wink.
Are you talking about rust bloods, or like did I specify that it's weird red? I'm so lost.
I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before.
Okay, so he is talking about... Okay, I'm just kidding. You don't know what a quadrant is or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is.
Heh, you come on strong. Nice! You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive.
Okay.
You know, because I believe it's important to help out the undeserved members of community when you can.
Why the fuck does that...
Underserved, not undeserved.
Why the fuck does that pose just make me think of that, Onceler character?
I don't know, but god, that's some terrible foreshortening on the one arm that's coming towards us.
I think that's, you know, that's like the elbow right there.
I know what it is. It's terrible foreshortening.
I mean, maybe if this wasn't obscured, we could see it
no,
better.
No, see, the problem is that his sleeve is... It's like he's sticking his arm behind him.
Yeah?
It should just... The whole thing should just be coming forward. It looks weird, okay? Carrying on.
But no, I drew him like the Onceler one time because there was this thing going on. And everybody hated it. And I don't know, this pose just makes me think of the Onceler person. I still have never seen that movie.
How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally.
But did we already read that?
Yes.
Okay.
My hive is this way. Shall we?
You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a night. You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are just as nice as Zebra, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be low bloods walking with high bloods.
Today is actually Flushed Affirmation Day, so you'll see a lot of trolls taking their mate spritz out to celebrate.
Do you mean like Valentine's Day? Is that what? Is this like Troll Valentine's Day? What if it's Flushed Affirmation Day? Hold on. Are Memorials also? Because there's the red quadrants and the pale quadrant. Oh, fuck it.
So is this guy a pervert? Is that what's going on here?
I don't know yet.
He's got like...
I don't know yet.
Okay.
That's pretty much the fan consensus. Consent. Fucking.
Well, it's good to meet a kindred spirit.
Shut the fuck up before I kill you. I will fucking kill you right here, right now.
On screen?
Yes. Fucking...
With violently animated death and everything?
Don't associate yourself with how the fandom perceives Zebra, dude! Don't do it! You're just asking for trouble!
Don't worry, I'm not involved in the fandom. I don't care. Lucky for you, my flesh quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours tonight.
What? That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours, you assure him. You're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends.
Sure. Sharing can be a good time if you're into that.
Okay, okay.
I could be, speaking personally, like maybe with 2 lowbloods, but not in any objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know?
We're really having this conversation, aren't we?
Yeah. And I'm very down.
Wow, what? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might misinterpret you. Who knows how he might misinterpret you next?
Looks like there are a lot of high blood, low blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these low bloods are probably with their mate spirits because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high bloods to take advantage of that. But not everyone is so socially conscious as I am.
What?
I think it's super terrible when high bloods don't treat their low blood mate spirits like the queens that they are.
Yeah, that was one of the preview images for the thing. For this game, for this act.
Yeah?
And it just got stuck in my head. There's this meme, I think it's from Star Wars or something, but I haven't seen the original context. There's just these 2 people screaming at each other. One of them is like, all women are queens! And the other one is like, if she breathes, she's a thought! And then they start screaming at each other and slashing swords. And I'm like, what? And I'm just like, would they have said thought in Star Wars? Like T-H-O-T? What does thought even mean?
I was about to ask you that.
I don't know.
God, we're old. We're old for 20-somethings.
I think it's something like slut or something. I'm not sure.
Sad thing is, I got our nephew to explain it to me once, but I don't remember.
Anyway, you look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high-blood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low-blood dates. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed mate spirit kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could maybe be a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressed into the back of his neck. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem like a lot of humiliating. Okay. He has some interesting expressions.
Yeah.
Zebra sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders. What?
I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to say anything like that.
Okay. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders, when you arrive at what must be his hive. It's the biggest and most McMansion-y hive on the block. When he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Okay, but seriously, is it just me, or is Zebra literally acting kind of like how main character acts to the other people, except instead of the main character is all friendship version? Platonic version.
Yeah, I guess. Like, also, main character is inept as fuck, and Zebra seems alright thus far.
Yeah.
Welcome to my humble abode.
That pose is still funny. Just his face when he does it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh."
I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate.
Uh-huh. Okay. hair.
It's a zebra.
Like, well, yeah, I mean, I figured it was gonna be, but it has like this goofy ass looking, like...
Donkey Kong hair. Both of these things are amusing. Especially because the zebra looks very unamused. It's like, oh dear lord, what? Why? Where did I go wrong?
I like the colors in his house though. It's like kind of, I don't know. It makes me think of Sarava's aesthetic, but that just makes me think of putting him in a quadrant with Sarava, which makes me. No. Anyway, when you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. Okay. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except around its neck, where the dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie, almost like it's wearing a suit. That sounds adorable, but its hair is so stupid looking. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting. Wow. Dude, you were spot on.
Of course I was. I mean, I was more thinking that, like, you know, he's just like, God, my son's a pervert, but... Anyway.
They're both making the same face. They're twins.
Seriously, the zebra just looks... Anyway. I don't mind my Lucius. He's kind of a socially old-fashioned.
Okay.
But he lets me keep lowbloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all bad. Let me give you the grand tour.
Okay. As Zebra takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Okay, most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebra's. You're guessing these are the lowbloods he just mentioned? They seem to all be doing chores. Sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized... Exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up at you and Zebra when you pass by, then looks differentially...
Yes, differentially.
Differentially away. They look away. The Zebra Lucius is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs, where several low-blood trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. Zebra seems to notice you, noticing all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor. And how they are all avoiding your eyes. I don't know why I am having a hard time reading this.
See? I told you I'd taken plenty of guests. I believe it's...
fucking face. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods here. Ingot bloods. Yes, the rare ingot blood.
It's like it has freaking...
Their blood is very chunky.
So what I'm getting from this is that you have a lot of people working here, and you're showing off the fact that none of the people working here are indigos?
Right.
But the low bloods normally work for high blood. What is your point? What? That doesn't even make sense.
I mean, there's lots of crazy quadrant filling happening on the side, though.
Whatever.
Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor when it's necessary. Right, guys?
So
this is a commune. Totally. That's what this is.
Whatever. A few lowbloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor? Did I read that right?
Uh-huh.
Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable?
It's Zebra, dude.
What did I say?
You keep saying zebra.
My bad.
But that's a zebra, and that's a zebra.
My bad. He doesn't introduce you to any of them.
They don't all realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low-blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we?
Perhaps as Lucius has had enough of tolerating your presence because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more of Zebra's guests. Now, for better or for worse, you are alone and Zebra has turned all of his attention on you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly.
The night is still young. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do.
Platonic shit. Right? This is a friend simulator.
This has been a very risque friend simulator.
Okay, shut up.
If you feel like going out on the town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if you're tired, I could show you to your guest room now, and we could have a nice night in.
Go out or stay in? How about just leave? Cause that other option seems kind of, yeah. You're not crazy about the idea of being alone with this guy for the rest of the night. Plus, if he's as popular as he says he is, that means more potential friends for you to meet. You tell him that you're interested in going out.
Cool. Cool. That sounds like a great time. I'll just go get ready.
Okay.
Actually, I think I'm more in the mood for a nice quiet night in. Maybe television streaming service and lower the temperature, if that's cool with you.
Boy. If that has the same connotations as it does on Earth, it's not cool with you. You stumble through, expressing some misgivings, but he talks over you.
Great! Sounds like we both feel like staying in tonight. Yeah, okay, he's much less of a cool dude now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm psyched to stay in and have you all to myself. I just want you to feel comfortable with whatever we choose to do.
You're not sure why he asked what you wanted to do, since your preferences don't seem to matter much.
My Lucius and my guests have probably prepared a delicious meal for you by now. Let's finish the tour first. I assume you want to see my room?
Not really, no. You tell him, sure! Bedrooms are a great way for people to express their personalities and, what? And as his friend, you're interested in getting to know him better. He doesn't seem to have heard part of that sentence, but it's okay. Hopefully he got the gist. When you get to his enormous room, it's decorated with posters of musicians on the wall and what seems to be social justice slogans. One poster has a symbol with clawed hands and several different colors coming together to hold a trident with the word unity underneath it. Another poster features a rainbow of colors ranging from rust to olive green that proclaim him to be a low-blood ally. Two other low-blood servants are here, one of them standing on a stepladder to dust some high shelves, while the other crawls around on the floor, scrubbing and picking up wrappers that Zebra seems to have just littered there.
Pretty sweet place, right? You look confused by the posters. Your music taste probably isn't refined enough to have heard... Your music taste probably isn't refined enough to have heard my favorite bands. I only listen to the subversive musicians that speak truth to power.
What?
Luckily, you have me to teach you how to confront your privilege and support marginalized artists.
Shut the fuck up.
Also, did you notice my rad pile? It's a perfect setup for feeling jams with your morale.
Was there a pile? I think I blacked out during part of that.
I don't know. Somebody was picking up wrappers or something.
He winks at you. And you don't know what You don't know what a moirel is or what he means by feelings jam, which sounds like in theory it could be a nice thing, but maybe not given the sleazy way he says it. You tell him that it looks like a very nice pile of things. You spot a couple of pillows, what looks like a puppet with a disturbingly not long nose, some random bow ties, a few horseshoes. Puppet. Tell me he does not have a fucking smuppet. What the fuck?
I feel like I'm not being... Like, you know, I think in my attempt to just be over-the-top friendly, I have not been giving this guy enough of a perverted tone and cadence in general.
It's still really weird.
Eh.
I was hoping he wouldn't be weird.
Like, I feel like he should sound more like James from Team Rocket, only over-the-top-er.
I don't know, man. I kind of don't care at this point.
Okay. You look intrigued. Want to lie down for a second? We don't have to do anything, but sometimes it can be nice to just, you know, pacify each other a little bit. Yes, that's much better. That's much better.
He sprawls on the pile in what he probably thinks is an enticing way. Like, he wants you to draw him like one of your French girls. You turn away to try to hide the disturbed expression on your face because turning down his advances probably isn't the best way to secure his friendship. As your eyes cast about the rest of the room, you notice that the low-blood servant scrubbing the floor is having a coughing fit. You can tell that she's trying to cough unobtrusively, but it seems like she's hacking her lungs up, with each big cough racking her whole body and making her shoulders shake. Concerned, you crouch down by her side. You know, I've had those kind of coughs before. They suck, especially whenever you're, like, in school, and you're like, there's a test.
Yeah.
It's like the worst, man.
It sounds like the worst, man.
She jumps when she notices your concern and mumbles that she's fine and that you don't need to worry. But she doesn't look fine. Now that you're getting a closer look, you can tell that she seems to be underfed?
Underfed? They've been underfed! Oh my god!
Underfed and exhausted with sticky shadows on her face and... sickly shadows on her face and scraped up knees and elbows. She looks bad, and you know bad, considering how much time you've spent how much of your time you've recently spent stumbling around with various excruciating injuries. You mention to Zebra that his guest is not looking so good. He frowns, getting up from his pile of stuff to come investigate, blinking down at you in confusion and not sparing a glance for the low blood.
What? What are you even talking about? I fucked that up.
The servant tries to go back to her scrubbing, but she struggles with the coughing and scrubbing simultaneously. It's hard for you to watch. Surely you would feel better. Surely she would feel better if she took a break and ate or drank something. You ask Zebra about that hot meal he said was being cooked for you. Maybe you could give some of it to this poor sick troll.
Jeez. You're making me look bad. There's no way a guest in my house could be hungry. I respect lowbloods and do everything in my power to take care of them.
So yeah, you're officially an irredeemable shithead. Right?
Seems like it. But you're gonna be from his friend.
No, I fucking don't.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. That's this game. You befriend all the assholes, and the not assholes, and the people who you're like, God, if you were real, I'd be fucking terrified of you.
He's the only bad character I've seen so far.
There is something very wrong with you.
I mean, like, you don't know Homestuck, man.
I don't. And I'm glad for it, just a little bit.
You know what really pains me?
What's that?
I took the extended quiz thing.
Yeah?
And I got Saginius, or whatever, is my extended zodiac sign.
Okay.
But before that, okay, after taking this test and another test, I came to the conclusion that I was a rogue of hope.
Okay.
But I thought about going back to my old thing based off some other tests that were like older tests, which would have made me a seer of doom. And if I had gone to being a seer of doom, guess what my sign would have been?
His sign?
Yes.
Cool. What is it? It's like, what is it supposed to be?
The sign of the fucking...
It kind of looks like two doors that are slightly open or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, now that you mention it. Sign of the... It's like pendant or penchant or some stupid word like that. It means like, you regret something.
Repentance?
Yeah, that thing. Sign of the repentant. Repent, fucking.
I meant what was it visually supposed to look like, but okay.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Alright.
Just like arrows or some shit.
It's a goofy face. The dots are eyes.
But yeah, all the indigo bloods are like arrow themed.
Okay. Man, these episodes are just long tonight.
Yeah, I mean, either they're just getting better at these, or I'm just dragging these out with explanations and shit, but... Man, I'm not having a good time right now.
Oh well. What? You think you're a better ally than I am?
Yes, fuck you. Considering your status, or lack thereof, on this planet, you're not sure you count as an ally so much as a member of the oppressed underclass, but you let that slide. You hasten to explain that you didn't mean to criticize him, and that you're sure he's doing a fine job as being an ally to lowbloods.
Yeah, well, it's not easy. Whatever. Maybe we should go eat now. I don't feel like having a feelings jam anymore.
He turns and leaves the room without showing any sign that he'll do something for the sick lowblood. You mouth an apology to her behind his back, and she just gives you a tired wave and goes back to scrubbing. Zebra leads you downstairs into the dining room, where his Lucius is supervising a team of lowbloods setting the table with what looks like a 4-course meal. The look on Lucius's zebra face is now even more disdainful than before, and its bow tie seems angrier.
I sure wish we could ever see this bow tie.
I know, right?
Looks like dinner is almost ready. Cool, cool. Of course, you're probably not going to offer to pay for any of it, are you? Figures. Lowbloods. I mean, trolls in general are always expecting me to provide for them without ever offering any
concupiscence. Or something like that.
Concupiscence in return.
Shut the fuck up. For once, you're kind of glad that you're unfamiliar with his alien vocabulary and innuendo. You have absolutely no money, which he definitely knows. You can pay him back for dinner in... friendship?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I want to be friends with someone who has a problem with the way I do activism. I have it on good authority from every other high blood I know that my intersectional praxis is valid.
What, you're judging your... You stumble over your words in your haste to assure him that you in no way meant to say that he's not valid. You've never met a troll who's so valid. No one believes in his validity more than you do.
Whatever, let's just eat.
You both sit down at the table while the lowbloods set the table, light the candles, and serve the appetizer course. You can't help but notice that most of them look just as malnutritious and sickly as the troll upstairs, but it might be the best not to bring that up again. You eat in silence for a while, and Zebra looks like he's stewing over something. Then he sets his fork down and looks over the table at you with a frown.
You know what? I just realized. You totally denied my lowblood her own agency when you questioned me about not feeding her.
What are you talking about? What do you mean her agency?
Her right to make her own actions and decisions.
Fuck you! I did nothing of the sort! Fucking... What?
Yeah, what you said was totally problematic. You don't respect lowbloods at all, do you? Not like I do.
Shut the fuck up. You try to apologize, saying that it was not your intention to disrespect anyone, but that you're sorry you apparently did. He doesn't let you get the words out. You're like the part of Cancri that nobody likes, like the part that everybody hates, but like in a pretentious high blood form, which means that you're like what everybody thinks that Gallic is. Except that Gallic might also be horrible. I don't know. God. Gah.
People don't realize how tough it is to be a high-blood troll who believes in social justice. Seriously, I face my own kind of oppression for speaking out and being an activist for low-blood rights.
I mean, This guy's giving me a headache.
For one thing, I never get I never get the thing or the comeuppance I deserve.
Conciliation or concupiscence.
Thank you. My quadrants are always going unfilled because no one else agrees with my radical views.
That's because you're a moron.
I thought you'd be different, but you don't get it either.
I get it, you're just a moron. You try to tell him that he's got you all wrong. You agree with his radical views and believe in low-blood rights, which is why you were concerned for his guest in the first place. But he acts like you didn't say any of what you just said.
You're just another one of the oppressors, complicit in the unequal power structures of our fucked-up society. Your lack of awareness of your own privilege really makes me sick.
Shut the fuck up, Cancry. God. I'm getting... What was it, Openbound? I think it was Openbound. I'm getting Openbound flashbacks. He just kept going and going with his bullshit. The only difference here is that I actually liked Cancry. Sort of. Except for... Okay, fine, whatever.
And must you... You must think you're...
spat all over me.
You must think you're so oppressed with your red blood and multiple injuries.
You don't got the right to pose all fucking... trying to act anime. You're not anime. You're not Polypa. Fuck you, man.
But what you're doing now, rejecting me and criticizing me, it's really exactly the same as what subjugators do to the lowbloods they cull.
Did you say subjugulators?
No, I said subjugators.
Subjugulators. And the clown people are better than you. Probably. Haven't met one yet.
Hey, it's over there. You probably deserve whatever shitty position you have in society. Unlike me, I deserve to have this nice house and low-blood servants and full quadrants for being such a good activist, okay?
You literally just called them servants. Oh, I have a headache. Wait, you had a tie.
Huh, damn.
He's standing up by now, advancing on you with his zebra stamping... Fucking... What? He's standing up by now, advancing on you with his zebra stamping its hooves threateningly at his side. You scramble back, trying to make your way to the front door. It's tricky because you have to step around all the lowbloods who seem to feel strongly that they should get away from Zebra when he's angry. You don't make it to the front door fast enough on your own. With a terrifyingly equine scream, Zebra's Lucius rears up on its hind legs and strikes you with its hooves, battering you through the front door and breaking some of your recently healed ribs again.
Take your privilege and offensive views and get out! Anyone who doesn't respect lowbloods is not welcome as a guest in my hive!
I could fucking puke.
Game over. It would behoove you to stay away. Haha, behoove.
Everybody was like, Gallic is the Gallic is the blue blood Cancry. No, it's Zebra. Zebra is Cancry. Except that I kind of had hope for Cancry. And every word he said was just crushing my hope for him. He was so weird. That entire situation was weird and creepy, and it just kept getting worse.
Well, let's go be his friend now.
Fine. Only because I need to see all the endings. Seriously, I did not enjoy that.
Also, I'm amused because both this episode and the previous one stretched on 40 minutes. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
They're the 40-minute buddies, except that this is the bad end. So
Yeah.
that's different.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
This is karma for the post that I made, calling him a nice guy.
It's because they saw that post and they're like, oh, fuck you. That's what it is.
Goodbye.